Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is episode 36 of my gameplay series in Sandy Bay 19. If this is what you're looking for, then please stay tuned. Alright folks, as mentioned, this is episode 36. We are exactly where we left off from episode 35, mostly because I'm recording them back to back. So last episode we got everything just kind of set. Ooh, that was some lag there. I don't know why that was from. So we got everything kind of set up around the farm. So right now we're just kind of waiting for it to get warmer. So in the meantime, all we're gonna do is take care of the cows. That's what we have to do. Turn grass on. Yeah. So that is all it comes down to is us just taking care of the cows, and then we'll work on getting everything taken care of. So field grass, these two fields, and I think maybe like, oh, I don't know, onions, carrots, potatoes, I don't know, something like that. So it's a lot of leases, but I think that even with the leases, it's gonna all we'll make some profit on it, I think. So yeah, pretty fantastic. Everything else is going well. The cows, we'll go look at them. So yeah, potatoes, field grass, carrot, onion. Okay. So, and again, since I'm recording these back to back, last episode I asked kind of what you guys thought we should spend our money on. I'm probably not going to spend a whole lot of money this episode if I can avoid it, so that way you guys can still give your input. But yeah, so what we need to do for the cows, we need to get all this kind of stuff taken care of for them. So we need to mix some TMR, deal with their cleanliness, and I think I'm going to clear out their slurry, because remember, that's not ours, technically speaking. We're just going to get rid of that. So you guys are like, what do you mean technically speaking? We're going to get rid of that. We're probably going to sell some manure to the BGA today as well. Get some of that hauled out. So that's kind of what we're going to end up doing. Let me go ahead and hop in you. Might as well drive you down around. Probably just going to, let me just go grab the snowplow. Let's just get some of this cleaned up. That way we can actually work around here and get some stuff done. So I parked her, or put our snowplow up here. These three sheds, I'm just kind of putting stuff that we don't use very often, just because, yeah, I don't know, they're not the most accessible sheds, and they're not the biggest sheds. So perfect. Okay. Here we go. Get you pushed out of the way. Again, even if we don't get all of it, that's fine. Just get some of it pushed out of the way here. And actually, there may be, are there any contracts we want to start working on? Snow clearing. There's a couple snow clearing ones out there. Ooh, fertilizing. We're definitely going to pick up every fertilizing contract. 9. Where's 9 at? Is 9 worth doing even? 9's up there. Well, we're going to have to head past it to get to the other ones anyway, so we might as well accept it. 7, 14, 39, 22, 17. We got so much money sitting in fertilizing contracts that are out and about right now. So yeah, we won't fertilize because there's snow on the ground, but we can do those tomorrow, so not a big deal. Very excited about getting all those done, which that'll be pretty sweet. What field is the big one? 24. We didn't even get one on 24, but we did get 20, 22. Those are a couple of big ones, so those will be good for us. Okay. It's tricky getting it to a side that's gonna not matter for you, or it's not gonna really affect what you got going on. It really doesn't matter, does it? You know, it might matter when we go to take care of grass if the bigger piles are there for a while, but in general, this shouldn't matter that much. Big piles of snow. I just need to be able to drive around kind of somewhat effectively. Ooh, I don't know what our issue was there getting all that, but kind of hopped over it. Go back. I do apologize. I forgot to tell any police stories in the last episode, so I will tell one in this episode since I completely forgot to do that. Or I'll mention something police related. We'll talk about something. Yeah, we will. As long as I remember. I should remember though. Okay. I feel like you should do a better job at clearing snow. I mean, realistically, no, but geez, you're not doing a great job. You really aren't. I'm going too fast. That could have something to do with it too. get the animal area. At least we can drive around a little bit. I mean, I just need to fix this area up over here. This was pretty bad. Definitely not like this tractor doesn't have enough horsepower, that's for sure. We could even up the horsepower on this even more. There's still upgrades available that we didn't get when we originally bought it. So we do have a couple of really decent tractors that we're not going to have to worry about, tractors and such. I mean, the only thing we'd worry about is if we wanted to get like another tractor. That would be really the only thing. There's no concerns with whether or not these tractors can do the job. I wish, since it was in that side mode, I wish it would actually throw it off to the side, because it should do that. That's how those snowplows actually work. Yeah, I don't know why it's not throwing it more to the side, but that's okay. We'll work around it. All right, that should be enough to at least get us going if I have to. I'm probably just going to leave this guy hooked up with the snowplow, and I'll use the John Deere to do a lot of the mixing and caring for the animals, just because it has the front loader ability, whereas this does not. So we'll just park you out of the way here. Perfect. I mean, we still could technically hook up the milling machine and pick up a bunch of snow and dump it somewhere, even though we don't have the rest of the setup to do that. But that is an option for us. So, oh no, I wanted to dump you off there. Eventually, I'll park the trailer next to the semi truck there with that trailer. But for now, it's fine there. Not bothering me too much. I do need to get the straw blower loaded up today, the 8-bale straw loader, so that once that thing's loaded, though, you're pretty much good to go. Yeah. Ooh. That bad boy right there. To do it, I might actually get the let's go look, and I should have the CSZ pack in here. Front loader attachments, CSZ pack. Yes, okay. So the thing I want is, where is it at? Did I pass it? I did. This guy, the big bag handler, because it can lift up 2 bales at a time, so it's a lot easier to stack them. So we're just gonna go ahead and buy that. $300, no problem. Up out of here. We can go into here. You can save it all you want, and we'll reset you back to the farm. So it's down over there. So, yep, I'm gonna go ahead and get the straw blower loaded up and get a round of TMR mixed up. I do have silage in the silo, so I'm probably going to use that first before I use our silage bales, which, I mean, we have a boatload of silage bales, so it's not like silage is a concern of ours by any means, but yeah, so that's kind of what I'm going to work on, so I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, folks, welcome back. So not a whole lot has happened. I did, in the last episode, I forgot completely, I said I'd take off a $15,000 fee to cover the fact that we had essentially all new equipment, so there we go. That's covered. I did buy the 2-shell sweeper, and I noticed something very interesting about it. So if we lower it down here, we can convert snow very quickly into manure. I bought it to clean the cow pen, not do this, but I figured I'd test it. We're not going to do that because let's be honest, that's kind of a cheap way to do that. So I just emptied it. That would be because we're taking something that's virtually worthless and making it into an actually profitable item. So we're not going to do that. I think that's a little cheap for what we would do, but if you want to do it in your own personal game, that's something I'd probably do in my personal game, because that just kind of sounds like fun. But we are going to sweep up the silage. So I'm going to use this to clean up, just because it's a little bit easier, and we don't really need the little bits of silage we get off of the ground here. So, and I'll just set this, not in the wall there. Set this over here. So I think what I'm going to work on now, what I did is, which we can't see it in here because it's not, drives me crazy, there's not a TMR icon on the top, so we can't see it actually, but there's not, drives me crazy. There's wood chips, but no TMR. Yes, we have 38,000 liters of manure inside the silo. And we probably, I don't know how much, I might get there's that, like digital silo display. I might get that to kind of show what's in those silos, see if that would do it. But so there's our straw blower loaded up. I'm gonna use that trailer over there to do the TMR, because what I did is I mixed a couple of batches and dumped it into the silo, so that way we just have some ready to go. So it's easier, and we don't just have to keep mixing it. We can just keep refilling and do whatever. So I'm gonna take the milling machine, go over and fill it with manure. Well, I might as well keep you guys in for this. Let's go get some manure out of the what is it called? The whatchamacallit. Let's go get it out of the whatchamacallit, all right, guys? I really can't think of it. The cow pen. Jeez. Can never think of words under pressure. Not a good trait, maybe, but yeah, poor handling is killing me at the snow. But I also didn't want to like take the time to clear it because it's gonna melt in a day or two. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. But I think I'm gonna get it out of here, put it into the silo, and use the semi truck to haul it, just because that'll be a little bit faster. Hopefully controllable to some point of accuracy in the snow. If not, then we'll just wait till tomorrow to focus on it for too long. But okay, I have to unfold it. No idea what that actually does to it, but there we go. Sweet. Yeah, if we can sell off the manure, I mean, we're probably gonna, what do we have total? Right around 120,000 liters, maybe, if that, a little less than that. So we'd probably get 40,000 for it, which, I mean, it's extra money, so don't get me wrong, it's not like that's a bad thing. But yeah, so that'll help us out a little bit if we do that and sell some manure. Get this guy filled up. We're gonna have quite a bit, actually. If you guys are bothered by like the global company icons, let me know. I won't add them in. I normally don't play with them on, but there's just so much stuff with the forage extension and everything that I think it just helps me out a little bit. I mean, honestly, I guess it doesn't really even help me out a little bit. Now that I know what everything is, or at least the important things are, I don't really need it anymore. But if you guys don't mind it, I'll leave it in. But if you prefer it, let me know. Or if you don't want it in there, let me know. I don't plan on adding it to No Man's Land at any point or anything like that. But yeah, so... Oh, it is what it is. I do want to do a tutorial on the Maze Plus mod at some point, just because I've never really looked into it a whole lot. So I like doing tutorials and stuff that I haven't used or I don't use very often. You said cow. Just because it helps me, it forces me essentially to learn how to use it and do research on it and everything like that. So yeah, let's get this guy backed out, which, what's that gonna look like? Probably a disaster. That wasn't too bad. I could be using the more powerful tractor to do this, and it might be helpful, but that's fine. The John Deere can and will do it. But yeah, this will just be easier to sell it this way. I'm transferring it over. Get all that put in there. All right, now we can head back for another load. I can't flip around here without, yeah, such a crazy wide turn radius just because you're sliding all over the place. Oh, it drives me over the edge, but, zoom all the way back in here. You have camera collision disabled. I mean, how many more liters we had to pick up? Oh wow, we actually have quite a bit in here. That's right. Yeah, quite a bit. So I have this trailer and another one. But yep, this is what I'm working on. So I'll keep working on this and get this good to go, and I'll probably bring you guys back in when I'm getting ready to haul it away or do whatever. You know the drill. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, it is actually the next day. I elected to do the manure today because, one, we're not really struggling for cash, so it wouldn't really matter if we did it yesterday or not. We didn't really need the money right away. Two, the roads were snowy, so I didn't want to try to fight that with the truck. But yeah, so now we're going to do that. Today the animals are looking good. We'll get them all topped up and everything today. It looks like they had another baby overnight, so that's awesome. Milk-wise, they're 21,000 liters. They're making a lot of milk, so it's pretty cool for us. We're getting a lot from that, which is awesome. So it's I think we can probably pull over it this way, turn that off. All right, let's see how this goes. Which we have, I think we have literally a ton of manure, 139,000 liters. That means we're gonna have to make 3 trips, which is a lot. And obviously the digester is not gonna take this whole this whole truckload at one time anyways, but oh man. I can turn the lights on too. So nice to have this truck though, because that would have been Gosh, the truck is going to save us probably 2 or 3 loads if we had done it with our other trailer. And our other trailers are pretty decent size too, so that's awesome. All right, let's get this baby over there. Yeah, there's still some snow around, which is the big piles that I knew would still be there after I cleared them. But that's okay. We gotta open the gate. We haven't left this way yet since we've been on this new save. Boom. Do you like the blue Halos lights on these guys? It's pretty sweet. Oh man, that's awesome. I do love it. All right, let's get this baby down to the BGA and get this manure digesting. I can't even. Oh, our digestate isn't going to carry over from previously, so I might have to go on and. I still kept the old save, so that way if I needed to, I can refer back to it. Now it did load up. Oh boy, that was a close one. I did keep the old save, so it did load up okay when I went in there, and I was able to walk around because I'd actually forgotten to count the bales, so I went in there and then I forgot to check what we had for seed and fertilizer, so I went back in there. And now it's digestate, so. I will need to go back in there and check and see how much digestate we have in the digester so I could see about getting that transferred over. And maybe us buying a kind of similar to what we have on No Man's Land, a digestate storage facility on our farm, just so we can kind of haul it and then hold on to it down at our farm. That might end up being what we do, just to kind of help organize it a little more. I gotta be able to... Ooh, there we go. Coming in a little hot there. That's okay. We made it. Alright, hopefully this unloads uneventfully. So far, not. There we go. Okay. Perfect. It's definitely not going to take all of it. Well, maybe. Oh, wow, that took a lot of it. Is it 50,000 the standard? I thought it was 30,000 for some reason in my head. I think 50,000 is the standard, so I'll end up hanging out here with it until it gets down there, and then I'll bring the other 2 loads down. So yeah, not sure when I'll see you guys next. I'm gonna take care of the animals. It's not warm enough to plant anything, but the soil temp looks like it's warm enough where we could probably start plowing. So I might actually. Let's go get a worker on that. Let's go grab. Where did they park? John Deere's over there. There he is. Probably go put the snow plow away. And then go grab the Lizard 6M and start plowing away our fields. It's going to be tricky for us to get. Oh, I was like, is it lifted? It is. It's gonna be tricky for us to get our 3 states of fertilizer. We'll get 1 with seeding, and then we'll have to do 2 after that, which is, it seems like that's a lot. So I did like doing cover crop the way we did in our previous year. So I think I don't know how long this game series will go. My guess would be this year and maybe another 1 or 2 or 3. I don't know. We'll see. It's like I want to keep going and playing on this forever, but at the same time I want to move on to the next thing so you guys aren't getting bored of me doing the same thing over and over again. But I have a lot of different series that I want to start doing. So yeah, we just kind of got to play it by ear, but we'll see what happens. We shall see. All right. I mean, doesn't really matter what field we start on. We'll just go ahead and get the top fields done. We'll start from top and go down, since I think we normally start from the bottom and work our way up. We'll head up and get this guy going on our first fields up here. I'll have no issues pulling this this plow behind it. Oh man. Tell you what, a lot of you say that you really like this tractor as your go-to, so I think it's fast. It's got a ton of horsepower, and it's still upgradable from where we have it. Oh, here's our first field. Yeah, and it's very reasonably priced, so I definitely have no complaints about it at this point. So it's been a fantastic little tractor. And this is the first time I've ever I mean, driven it even to my knowledge in game. So pretty sweet. I'm very, very happy with it. Definitely doing the trick for us. Make sure that's going. Awesome. Look at that texture on there. I love that. You get so used to the standard kind of plow texture, then you get on Sandy Bay and you got that. So that is awesome. All right, well, that's what we got going. So now we're gonna actually be able to start working on getting our fields ready to be planted in, which is awesome. That's what we need to do. I'm not sure how long this episode will be. Hopefully my goal is to get it to around the 30-minute mark and then probably wrap it up there. So maybe we might even get through, probably won't get through all of spring, but maybe get through today and another day or something along those lines. I don't know. Kind of play it by ear. So yeah, I'll see you guys a little bit later on. All right, folks, it's a little bit later in the day. I bumped the time up just so I can get the digestator process. I got all 3 loads of our manure hauled out there, so 2 full loads and a partial load. Another thing to note, so I remembered that we have a direct drill, so I don't need to plow every field. So these 2 I already plowed, which is okay. We needed to do that anyways, regardless, because we're gonna plant potatoes in these 2. Well, shoot, actually, we need what can we use a direct drill for? Let's go back into the store here. That's another thing to think about real quick. Cedars, carrots. Oh, you can plant carrots and onions with cedars. Okay, I was curious about that. So we should be able to direct drill the carrots, and so carrots, onions, or onions, carrots, whatever one I decide to do, and then field grass. Maybe tempted to do like maybe this field half carrots, half onions, or something crazy like that. I don't know, but this one definitely field grass. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I probably should do 2 or our combine's actually getting a workout in, just so the combine has something to do. But that looks like this is missing some issue with the XML. Great. Perfect. I'm sure they'll probably update it again to finish up some of those or to fix up some of those small things, which it's no big deal really. But yeah, so he's plowing these 2 fields since plowing is required on those. Yeah, so he's gonna work on getting that done. We need to get some lime out, so I'm probably gonna work on that as well. And then again, I'm gonna start probably knocking out these contracts as well. Sowing field 18, we will accept that. And we'll accept that. We have a lot of contracts to do now, but that's okay. I will start knocking out contracts. That'll be another thing we do. But one thing I am going to do real quick is I decided I should move our all of our bulk goods from here into our actual storage cell up there where I want them. So that's what I'm going to work on doing right now as well. I'm not sure where I'm going to wrap up this episode, to be honest with you. Again, it's going to be a short one. I apologize. I spent time with family and did some stuff over the weekend. And I have a crazy work week coming up where I'm not going to be able to record at all during my work week, in all honesty, because I'm working 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., then 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Plus, I'm playing bass at church on Sunday, so that's going to take up a lot of my extra time on that day. And today, I'm going to do some stuff with our friends that are getting married. So that'll take up all my free time for 2 of my days, and then I'm adjusting my schedule to work 4:30 p.m. to 4:30 a.m. And the reason being, the very next day after that, I'm working 12:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. because I have court scheduled, which I got. So essentially, if I arrest someone or something and it goes to court or something, if the prosecutor needs me to testify on behalf of some evidence or whatever the case may be, then I end up having to go to court. So I have a court appearance coming up, which on graveyard court is kind of a pain because well, court only happens during the day, not at night, so you kind of have to adjust your sleeping schedule around and your work schedule. So yeah, it's not going to be a fun work week for me, but day shift's coming up July 6th. That's when I start on days. Well, technically I start probably July 5th, and July 4th is going to be so July 4th I'm working 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. to help get ready for day shift, and then the next day I'm working 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and then I'm working 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. because we're dropping down to 10-hour shifts at that point as well. So I'll be on a 4:10 schedule instead of the 12-hour schedule, which I'm looking forward to, because 4:10s on day shift will be fantastic. I'm very excited about that. Yeah, so this is my 2 cents on the subject. It's just the way that it is. So these episodes may not be as, there may not be a whole lot going on in them. I do apologize. I still want to make sure I get episodes out to you guys. But I'd rather do a shorter episode than be like, yep, here's, just nothing's going on, that, whatever the case may be. I want to actually get a good episode out too and still have high quality stuff coming out. So I apologize if it seems like not a whole lot happened. I'm trying to find that balance between, total max ration. Can we see that? I love That's ridiculous. We can't see it. It's probably 23,000 some odd liters, but okay, let's get the seeds moved. Seeds and then solid fertilizer will be moved, and then I need to check and see if the liquid fertilizer's in that silo over there, because I don't know if this one can like technically hold liquids or not. I know it shouldn't technically be able to, but I know some of the multi-fruits can do that. I don't, oh, there's a symbol there, so who knows what else it takes. I don't see liquids right off the bat, so we're just gonna have to check. We just got to get a liquid tank to check that with, so we'll check that. Let's get this guy up there and check that real quick. Straw blower's back in there, and again I said I'm gonna use the SEK, that small trailer, to feed the cows, which they're actually doing okay. Just topped up their straw. I'll top up all their stuff before tonight's over, but I'm just gonna kind of run that 5 times. I'm gonna try to also as well when I'm mixing. We actually probably need to do some hay. We may need to do a little bit of hay this year, but that's not a big deal. Even if we do a big load of hay and we just stack it in this other barn so we're just stocked up for a while, that would be kind of nice too. But I've been using the round silage bales, and the reason being I just want to get rid of them because they're just the outlier, if you will. But we may pick up some other baling contracts and whatnot at some point if we start running low on silage bales, but I don't want to really do any more because silage bales aren't really, you don't make a lot selling them, and the contracts, the baling contracts, for as much work as they are, you don't make a ton really. You make good money, but you don't make a ton. So I do want to just kind of try to, let's get this guy unloaded here. I just kind of want to try to only do them if I need the extra silage bales, because we do get a decent amount of silage bales. I mean, the last one we did, we got, I think we did 3 fields and we got 19 round silage bales, that's a lot of silage. So you do pretty good with that. I mean, I guess we could sell them at the BGA and we're doing all right, getting good money that way. But let's hook up this guy and see if we can't. We'll just do the front tank. It doesn't have to be well, actually, you know what? I've got to do some fertilizer contracts anyways, so let me just hook up the whole 9 yards. Let's go pull up over here. Should be a way to turn this on. Maybe it's right there. There we go. Perfect. All right, let's see. Awesome, the herbicide and the fertilizer is in that tank. So, oh, that's right, we're gonna actually use it. We need more fertilizer actually. We're gonna have to buy some of that probably, like immediately. So, because we don't have enough really to get what we need to get done probably. So, we also can do some solid fertilizer spreading. The is the lime, the solid fertilizer spreader we have, does that do lime as well? Can't remember. Do we even have one? We don't. That's right, we think we were leasing one, weren't we? Well, that's probably an investment we probably should make, and I'll do that with you guys here. Probably don't need the 67,000 one, but the 14,000 for sure would be. Especially if we extend it up to, oh, I guess 14,000 is the max, huh? Can we do narrows on that bad boy? And yeah, we might as well get the full. Well, we'll start with that. We can always add that later. We don't necessarily need it. I mean, I know we have the money though, don't we? Yeah, let's just get it. Okay, we'll buy that. Yes, so 48 grand down the hole there. But, oh, sorry, that's my phone, a little notification. Okay, so yeah, we have that, so we're down to 321, but honestly that 48 grand is going to be covered when our manure gets sold. So and it's really something we need. So we can get lime going. That way we don't have to buy lime, whatever else. And if we want to too, if we want to get both tractors out for, well, actually I don't think we can because, well, we could, I guess. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of losing it, huh? Are you gonna refill? Do I have to open the cover? Yes, that was the answer. I had to open the cover. So we could have essentially 2 tractors going, at least in the early states. This guy can put narrows on, I believe. I mean, the other option too is we might look into getting like this guy, or which one doesn't look too bad. 5,000 liters, but that's for solid and liquid. So that one's going to have 5,000 liters strictly liquid. We also could get the Big Brute, which is 125,000. So I might add that in. That's the, yeah, the Big Brute, similar to the, gosh, I can't think of them now, but big old tractors. Can't think of them. But anyhow, it's a mod, so I might add that in. Take a look at what sprayers, because a self-propelled sprayer is definitely something we probably want to invest in at some point. So that, because 125, that could knock that down a little bit. The other thing we want to do is we want to try to get a slurry tank so we can use some of that digestate, spreading that around. This one's not a bad one. I'm thinking about this one. 14.8. That one's only, so this one I don't know where the Catros is, or the Catros, or whatever you want to call it, but 12 meters. This is what, 12 for that. That's pretty expensive for a 12. Well, yeah, because this one's 12 right here. So this is probably the one we're going to go with. If you guys have a different opinion on that, or there's one in the mod hub that's not like so cheap it's ridiculous or unreasonable, but kind of a nice middle ground, let me know, because I would go for that too. So, but yeah, on this note, guys, I think I'm actually going to end the episode here. Just in the sake of, I also need to record a No Man's Land episode, or try to get a No Man's Land episode out as well. So if you enjoyed, drop a like down below. If you have not already, hit that subscribe button up on your screen to join the channel, and turn on your notification bell so that way you don't miss any future videos that I may post. But yeah, guys, let me know down in the comments how you think we should spend our money. If you did in the last episode, I'll read those, and it'll come in again. I recorded ahead of time, so I apologize. But yeah, I think the farm's doing really good, so I'm looking forward to how this year's going to go for us, especially with milk production and everything going like that. So yeah, guys, this has been Farmer Cobb. Thank you, and thank you for watching.